Welcome to the Releasists Podcast featuring myself, Synchro Champ.
Are we actually starting already?
Yeah,
No, there's like
we're good to
there's a
go.
little moment. Mostly there's like a little moment where we gotta wait.
There is normally a little moment, but I skipped it entirely.
Wow, I am graced.
This time we don't have to talk shit about Jake behind his back.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I feel hurt.
I got a
Only-
coffee with too much sugar in it.
Oh my
I'm
God,
ready to go.
yesterday I had like a double and my heart was racing.
Okay.
Are you sure that wasn't because like all the sugar in your veins were just clogging up the system?
No,
But your heart's like, I gotta get this blood through. Holy fuck!
no, just plain Doom Eternal
that'll do it.
with
Usually that
double.
just gets me. Usually that just gets me erect.
Oh geez.
Well, you know how else is the blood gonna get there? You need the heart pumping.
True.
It's actually just dead meat until you start playing Doom.
Whoa. I don't want to think it like that.
Oh, man. Anyway, Jake introduced himself. Bucky, did you introduce yourself?
You just did.
No,
My
no,
name's
no,
Buckio.
I didn't say what you do. Yeah, he's Buckio. And what do you
Yeah.
do?
I do Doom Eternal videos on YouTube, and I stream.
Oh, wow, all those previous jokes make a lot more sense now, huh?
Oh Jesus, of course.
And my name is GraysonEJames, and I stream sometimes, and once in a blue moon, I make a video.
True.
Yeah, and we all love video games. And yesterday was a mother fluffin' kick-ass day for video games, if you ask me, my friends.
Yeah, I think we got good timing on the day of the podcast, considering, because last week there was no news of a Nintendo Direct at all, and then yesterday there was a Nintendo Direct. I wondered where that came from. It's weird, you know?
I think they did it for us.
Yeah,
My dad
exactly.
actually works at Nintendo.
Yes, because they totally did it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, man. Did you guys have? And this is gonna be like out of everything. Like we can include the direct, we can include anything else. Any one thing that like blew you guys away this last week? Bucky, you go first.
Skyward Sword.
Really? I didn't expect you to be so hyped about that.
Well, oh wow. Well, I gotta be honest with you guys. Skyward Sword really holds a special place in my heart. I really like the game. And I've been saying this to my friends a lot that I really wanted to see it come to the Switch. And when I saw it was announced, I kind of freaked out.
Did you know about the leaks that happened in
Yes.
December last year? Okay,
Yes,
okay.
I heard about the leaks, the Amazon leaks. There were people saying it was fake. So, I was keeping like a grain of salt. I didn't really take it for granted. And then when I saw Skyward Sword, I just freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
I
A lot of people
never got to play Skyward.
Me neither. And I think that is a perfect segue, my friend. I think that's exactly why it's the perfect Zelda to release now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think many people did. And I think a lot of people are like, no Breath of the Wild 2 news. What the fuck? I'm so disappointed. But I think it's ingenious and perfect. I think it's a good way to expose people to a game they might not have played and might enjoy, especially with options to play without motion controls, which some people are drastically against for who knows what reason. Yeah. I mean, especially on the Wii when they were bad. But now they're okay.
Imagine having to play a game with motion controls. Oh my god.
You should always have choice, I think. So it's definitely a step in a better direction.
Yeah, you have a choice now. You can use the analog stick to actually redirect the motion controls, but I guess I understand when people who actually dislike that, but personally, I absolutely loved it as a kid when I was playing it because it really felt like I was wielding the sword. And it's really cool to see that now you can actually, when you're playing handheld mode, which I do believe this is what I'm going to be doing most of the time, you can use the analog stick, which would make it a lot easier because I remember before too, I actually had lots of difficulty making those like precise swings on certain enemies. But it's awesome. And I love how it's also going to be running at 1080p, 60 FPS when docked. And I think it's going to be 60 FPS at 720p when handheld. And the regular Skyward Sword on the Wii was 30 FPS. So this is a huge improvement.
Did you guys know that the original Skyward Sword had HD textures in the game on the disc that the Wii could not use.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I knew that.
Jake did not, clearly.
That's
That-
so weird. That you would.
It's purely because the system couldn't run it. If you put it in the
Yeah.
Wii U, I don't know if it could utilize it or not.
They were like,
But there were HD textures that like the system literally just couldn't put out.
They did release it on the Wii U, like a Wii U copy of it, which I do believe it can utilize the HD textures.
that makes sense.
I feel as if they just optimized it a little bit better on the Switch now.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense actually. I think Breath of
Yeah.
the Wild is a similar like release cycle. Like they would like to release these things very much near the end of the console's life cycle. Like fucking Breath of the Wild was a Wii U game that runs way better on a Switch. And not even perfectly on a Switch, just better.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they do that.
Yeah, I forget that was a mid, like a, what's the word I'm looking for? A transitional period game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nutty.
There
It's
were
kind of like Skyward was the last Wii game, like
Yeah.
the last I think first party Wii game.
Skyward Sword came out 2011 and it took
Oof,
until
it's been a decade.
so it took 6 years for them to release from then to 2017 Breath of the Wild. What's really cool though is that they're actually acknowledging the old traditional style of Zelda games with this release, and from the looks of it, or from the sounds of it, from the direct, it seemed rather promising that they are probably looking into bringing back that old style back after Breath of the Wild 2, I would imagine.
After this announcement, I don't know if we're gonna get a Zelda Direct this year.
I
Even though it's the anniversary.
I have big theories, okay?
yeah, I have big theories too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably
okay,
share
you
the same.
Drop,
Probably
drop
share the
them on me.
Probably.
Drop them on me, babies.
But you go ahead. You go ahead and say
Okay.
it.
Okay. I think we're absolutely gonna get that like Mario anniversary style. They're gonna do an anniversary type thing. This is beautiful. Poor audio listeners. That's all I gotta say. You're missing out. But yeah, they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna release these are the Zelda games. Play them, emulated, and they're not gonna put effort into it, just like they didn't with All Stars. And yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. Minimum. They'll probably release like a little gimmicky game at the same time. Something like that. They're not going to do nothing. That's for sure.
I
No, because
agree.
Zelda always gets special treatment. I think we talked about that last time.
I don't know. I agree with what Jake is saying, though. I can tell what they're gonna do is they're gonna do like sort of like an all star sort of thing where they're gonna have, let's say, Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess. They might do something like that for the Zelda's 35th anniversary. Because I remember for the 25th anniversary, this is when Skyward Sword came out, and that's when I got it. I really wanted those the Wiimote, but I never got a chance to get it. But when the 25th anniversary came out, they did that, and then they released for free a DS version of Four Swords for the DS and the 3DS.
I remember that.
But what I'm thinking is maybe they could do Four Swords, the GameCube version, Wind Waker, and then like Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess. I'm thinking they're gonna do actually Four Swords, Ocarina, or not Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and then Ocarina of Time. What am I saying?
I mean, there's already rumors that the Twilight Princess HD is already going to get ported. That's like a rumor I've heard going around.
I genuinely think it will happen because of Skyward
Yeah.
Sword. Skyward Sword
But
HD. It's an easy
yeah,
port.
but just the HD, not like a collection, like separate, which would make this game like GameCube, Wii U, and then Switch after all that.
Oh, I could
If
definitely see
they
them doing
ported
that.
it individually, I could see it too, and that's the fucked up thing.
Yeah. Zelda's weird, man.
Like I don't know, after wherever I got the idea, I think the mobile collection is the most likely, like all the handheld versions of Zelda.
Very possible. I know I've seen a lot of fan theories because everyone has their Zelda is popular, believe it or not, and people have very strong opinions on what their favorites are. So I see a lot of different versions of what people want out of like a Zelda
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah, I know
Um,
Skyward Sword got like a lot of hate.
Yeah, it did very much. So
Dude, I
it's
was
a little
roasting it
decisive.
because I was like, why am I more attracted to Link right now than I am Zelda? I'm a straight guy. What's going on here?
Okay, buddy. I think Skyward Sword's probably like the black sheep out of the series in a way. That's my personal opinion, probably because like how people react towards it.
I agree. There's a lot of story involvement with that game too.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I think the Skyward Sword is in the timeline of Zelda. It's probably like at the earliest because
Without
that's what
spoiling, of course.
it's 10 years old.
Everyone's gonna
It's
play
getting
it now.
re-released.
Okay,
Dude,
yeah,
it's actually I don't think it's sold that. Wait, guys, check if you guys want to look up the numbers, but I'm pretty sure it didn't sell like super well. Like it sold like
I can
okay,
check
as far
you.
as I understand.
Yeah, go check it right now.
I'll check. I gotta mute myself for typing reasons, but I'll check.
But I mean, like, I know a lot of people really dislike it. They favor Twilight Princess over Skyward Sword, but I don't know actually how well did it sell. I know it came with a Wiimote. And all I know, just personal bias, I absolutely loved it.
I had it, but I never played it because the controls were like just weird,
Yeah,
and everybody looked funny.
yeah, it looked funny.
Okay,
It
Skyward
was
Sword
also a
has
much lighter.
Oh, what's up?
Skyward Sword has 3.67 million sales. And that
Ooh.
seems to be low for Zelda, but not that low. Age
That
of
doesn't
Calamity is
seem-
3.5. Breath of the Wild has like 20 million. A Link Between Worlds has 5. Phantom Hourglass has 7. Like it's on the lower end of things for sure.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, though.
But not
I
bad in
kind of
general,
believe.
though.
I kind of believe that since that was just 2011, I think maybe now it might overperform, given like another chance. I think people are probably going to be more open to it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
I think now is a better time to release it than when they released it before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think they're gonna release like extra stuff along with the game's physical copy. I know for Skyward Sword, because I actually have the game disc right now in the case. It came with a disc for the soundtrack, and I don't know if that was for the 25th anniversary or not, but I don't know if they're gonna do something like that again, or if they're just gonna like bundle it with something nice. I think they're just
Like
gonna do like a
those
straight
limited
little like
edition Joy-Cons?
oh, those Joy-Cons, yeah, that's different. That's different. I wanted to get the Wiimote,
Oh.
but I couldn't because I was telling my mom at the time I really wanted the Wiimote, but she didn't know that you had to pre-order it to get it. That or it was probably being scalped to death at that time when I didn't even know scalping existed. But I'm definitely gonna get the Joy-Cons for that.
I don't think right now I think we're in an age where gaming is like scalped more than ever. But
Of
Oh,
course it is.
absolutely.
I
It's
mean,
like
especially
the
this
hot-
when I
time.
saw those controllers, I was like, the moment they go up for pre-order, like I'm getting them because
Yeah.
I want them. They look really good, and I'm not gonna get them if I don't.
Yep,
Mhm.
I agree. And especially I wanna make my 12-year-old self happy.
Yeah. That's actually like an incredible fucking segue into what I want to talk about is my biggest, most hype release of the week, boys. And it comes out tomorrow. Actually, it comes out at 12:01 tomorrow, so like I'm staying up for this. There's a new Pokemon trading card game set releasing at 12:01 called Shining Fates.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very exciting because I get to go ahead and purchase that, and it's gonna have some very exciting fucking shinies. It's got like over 100 shinies. The big cards are like shiny Charizard VMAX, and
Oh fuck!
yeah, there's some crazy shit in the set, and there's like a lot of like lame shinies, but there's still shinies. So like,
So this is gonna be a box that gets like scalped as well because that's been
Oh, yeah.
happening a lot with Pokemon recently.
Pokemon has been getting mad scalped.
Oh yeah.
And I tried to like call into local places and pre-order it. Nope, can't do that. gotta
Yeah.
stay up.
Oh shit. So how many boxes are you buying?
I'm just buying one, probably.
Ah, go
I
two,
just
two,
I
two,
just want
two,
to
two,
open it on
two, two.
stream. I just want to open it on stream. They're
Just the
expensive,
two.
dude. They
Oh,
are
trust me, I
expensive.
know. Listen, learn from my mistakes. There was a Yu-Gi-Oh box called Mystic Fighters, where the set was literally about dragon maids, and I didn't buy it. I don't want you to be me. I want you to be better. Buy 2 boxes.
Of
I'll
Dragon
think
Maids?
about it.
Yeah, man, I didn't get it. And they haven't released it again since. No reprints. It's been
Yeah,
a year now.
that's not very long. They're like you gotta wait at least 10 years for that reprint, you know?
What the fuck? No way. So what are you hoping to pull?
Literally, my big one is definitely Charizard. There's like shiny, like it's Sword and Shield based, right? So there's like a Far-Fetched in there I'd like to hold over your head. That's shiny.
Oh, Sir-Fetched. Oh
Yeah.
man, my boy.
There's some cool ones. There's not really that many OGs. It's mostly new shit, except for Charizard and like a couple. There's like uh Chewbacca Meowth shiny. That's cool. Um, I don't remember many of the other ones off the top of my head, but I'm just hyped for some shinies. Like I would kill for a couple shinies. That'd be so cool.
Damn, man. I mean, that Charizard's got to be worth like what, $100 at least.
It's okay. The exact same secret Charizard VMAX, right? It's not shiny. It's a secret, so it's rainbow. Is worth $350 from the previous set. So odds are similar ballparks. You know.
You pull one of those, man. You pay off the box. You got to buy another one.
In double. You're gonna make me buy 2 boxes.
Buy 2 boxes, man. I mean, listen, the odds only get better.
God.
I can't believe I'm actually getting to them, boys.
You're basically losing money not buying a second box.
You're losing money not buying a second box, dude. What do you want me to tell you? That's a callback. But speaking of hot and fiery things, my biggest release was from the Direct yesterday. And oh my god, I've said it before, but I loved the Direct yesterday. Mithra and Pyra from Xenoblade 2. Number 1 waifus made it into Smash. I've been screaming for it since the game came out. I'd actually just given up hope. I was like, fuck, 2 fighters left to announce for this pass. Like, we're not getting them. Like, fuck, I can't believe it. And then they went and did it. And I was like, oh shit. Oh my god. And I think the last fighter pass, they released like 1 mainline Nintendo character, and that was Byleth. So the fact that Pyra and Mithra got in was dope. I liked the fake out they did because they did all of the trailer in-engine for Xenoblade 2 until the very end. Which you found out it was like Smash after that. So I was hyped. I fucking love the fact that Rex is like the protagonist in the game and he sucks. Like literally all of the supporting characters are like awesome in that game, and Rex is just like dog shit. And they didn't put him in Smash. There's literally a line in the trailer where he's like, "What? I wanted to go to Smash," because they're all English. It's like, "I wanted to get into Smash," and then she's like, "Fuck you, dude! Like, I'm in Smash and you're not," because they're very likable characters, but he's kind of not. He suffers from like generic protagonist syndrome. So I was just, insanely all about it. I did getting my waifus in that game. It's also kind of good just to get more female characters. I've been joking a little bit recently that Smash is kind of like a sausage fest. Because there's like a lot of dude characters, not a lot of female characters. So
That's
it was good to get female characters. Yeah. Good to get some female characters in there. I'd like to see more female characters in Smash, and maybe even some villains. Because we're also kind of like critically low on villains.
Please just get Eggman.
Yeah, dude, let's get
Eggman, Porky.
Yes.
The voice actor tweeted out about that too.
Sure, you know what? Just how about this? Just throw in Liquid Snake.
Yes.
I want more Metal Gear.
I just want more
think we're gonna
Smash characters.
You guys think we're getting a 3rd fighter pass or what?
It's a little. I don't know about that, honestly.
I don't think they can do another Smash is the thing. Like on this scale, I don't know if they can do it.
I don't know. Good question.
I think
I don't know. I think it's a little bit tough to say that.
I wasn't expecting a second pass, but we got a
Yeah.
second fighter pass.
That's what I said too. It's like I don't think we'll get even a second pass, and then we did, and then like I don't know. They could do it and they could not. It could really go either way. It really depends on their priorities. If we don't get another one, that could mean something.
No, I don't
I
think
don't
so. What would it mean?
It could mean that they have ideas for bigger game.
I mean,
Bigger
there
game.
was
They're thinking.
no man.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who just smashes it? Sakura Miyamoto or something?
Sakurai.
Sakurai.
Yeah, Masahiro
he has
Sakurai.
yeah. He has a quote where he's like, "Yeah, we don't know like if we'll ever be able to do something this scope again."
Yeah,
In one
for
of
sure.
the directs that he talks in, because there's so much collaboration going into this one, and like Smash was so hyped, man. Like just getting your character in that game is like an ad, like it's just free advertising.
Yeah.
Putting your games in directs is like advertising right now. So I would know. Like I don't think we're ever getting a Smash this scale again, which is probably gonna make this my favorite Smash Bros.
That's probably fair.
So with that said, I guess I'm just like I'm hoping for a third pass. To me, it makes sense, but there's a big chance that it won't happen. But yeah, that was my my big like most hype release was Pyra and Mythra and Smash, dude. Come on,
Yeah,
I've been
man.
screaming about
You're-
that for 2 years, dude.
I'm so glad that I didn't cut out during that moment because your reaction is fucking amazing. I'm probably gonna clip it later and send it to you. It's you exude so much energy during that moment. It's beautiful.
It's like so uncertain too. I remember being like, "No way, is it really them? Is it really them in Smash, dude? Is it? Holy fuck! Oh my god, yeah! Oh, such a good moment, man."
It's beautiful.
Do you guys want to get into news?
Shoresies. Yeah, we can talk about things that are coming out in the future and all that. So I was browsing Twitter before, like just after work, and at the top of my timeline was an announcement from HBO about a Mortal Kombat movie, which are notoriously bad. But it's HBO, so I got a little bit of faith. They kind of are pretty good at what they do most of the time. But yeah, it was literally just like an announcement. They gave a release date of April, which is, actually kind of like soon,
Yeah.
but not super soon.
Oh, April this year, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's super soon.
Yeah, but it's not like they didn't do the Nintendo Direct thing of like it's available now.
I think that means they've been working on this in secret.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But there's a trailer out and everything. I haven't taken a look, but people are, hopeful. I would say at least. Mortal Kombat, like I said, is rough sometimes with the film, but I think with what it is, you could make a really good movie out of it, and it could be very actiony and very cool to look at. That's for sure.
Too bad they never are. It's so sad. But I mean, who doesn't love kung fu movies? And that's a genre we haven't had in like forever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
that's,
I watched the trailer. I really liked it. I think it's pretty promising. It's weird how they kind of changed up a few things with the story. They don't have Johnny Cage in here. They have Kano and Sonya Blade sort of teaming up. I don't know. It's a little odd to me in that aspect, but from the looks of it, you got the fatalities, and you got the brutal nature of like Mortal Kombat. You even have like Sub-Zero and Scorpion fighting, and they're just stabbing and like punching each other. It looks gory and nice. And from the looks of it, it seems that Reptile gets killed in the trailer.
That's cool.
Yeah, the thing is though, Reptile looks like shit in there.
Oh.
He looks like a
It's a
a
good thing you
miniature
killed him.
Godzilla. That's the thing. I don't like that design. Why'd you gotta make him look like that? He looks like a '90s demon that they made out of a puppet.
Hmm.
I mean, isn't that a good thing they killed him then, so you don't have to stare at
No,
the
I
shitty
want, I
costume the
want,
whole
I want
time?
Reptile to look good. Reptile's a good character.
But if he was gonna die anyway, I mean, come on.
Yeah, fuck. I don't want him to die.
Yeah.
I hate that he died, and I hate that he looked like shit when he died.
Yeah. He looks like shit after he died.
Would you guys watch a new Kung Fu movie? Because that's like Mortal Kombat is Kung Fu, right? Like martial arts movie in general.
I think there was a Jackie Chan film that I watched. I think it was called like The Foreigner or something.
Oh,
Like
that's
a
like
big,
the last movie he did, I think.
I'm not sure. All I remember that he was on a bus and then he started like beating the shit out of people.
But would you watch a new Kung Fu movie?
Yes, I would.
It depends. I don't watch movies. I don't have like an investment in before going in. I don't watch many movies at all, to be honest with you. But like this, I would give a shot specifically
Because it's gaming?
because I have an investment in the story previously. You know,
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're a fan of Mortal Kombat.
yeah. MK like 9 was super fucking awesome. I really love that game. But you know, I think there's a chance they could do a good, like fucking Scorpion and Sub-Zero have like a really interesting relationship that brought to film could be shown very interestingly.
Yeah, I love that scene in the game where they make out.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That really interesting relationship, dude. I know nothing about Mortal Kombat, so I mean, tell me, am I hot or cold?
Cold.
Sub-Zero. Yeah, gotcha.
If they were to make
He's playing
out,
with
it would be with they need lips on their hands and fists. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, they're like spiky teeth people.
They're mortal enemies.
Do you ever wonder if
that's
Sub-Zero takes a
of love.
shit and his shit like solidifies as it's coming out and he like rips his walls?
Anyway, any more news? I got like so much of my stuff is direct based. So Bucky, if you have anything that's not direct.
Yes, I do actually. Funny enough, Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City have been fully reverse engineered.
Oh, damn. What's the source code out
Yes.
for those?
Yes, it is. A couple modders managed
Oh.
to reverse engineer it. RE3 and REVC are the respective reverse source code for GTA 3 and Vice City, and it's made it available to download right now. And it brings new features to the game with like widescreen support, a debug menu, and improved rendering. And they're also tinkering with the ports to have it ported over to the Switch, PS Vita, and the Nintendo Wii U.
Dude, modders are like fucking Robin Hood sometime.
Oh yeah,
Like it's like imagine doing all that work for free.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
That's just crazy. You need to have like so much passion.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think
dude.
I think it's literally awesome and cool. I personally think that with this modding scene, says they can manage to get the source code, and you just think about Super Mario 64 when the source code got released. They're definitely going to start adding more models with like probably like a higher poly count. If they make like if they have a PC port of it, which I think they do, it's already available to download. They're going to start upgrading and updating the models and making it look a lot better. The textures and the visuals. I'm probably sure we could actually be able to get like a 4K version of Vice City or Grand Theft Auto 3 with like higher poly cars and human models, but that's going to take some time anyways.
Yeah. Man, those games are so nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
Like Vice City was my first GTA.
Yeah. 3 was mine.
Mine
it's
was
crazy.
Chinatown.
Chinatown.
Was that on PSP?
The PSP and the DS. Actually, funny enough, I think that's the only Nintendo DS game that's M-rated.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember playing with my cousin, and we was this one scene, we had this guy, we trapped him in an ambulance, and we took out his heart, and then when you just see like the visual of like it was like a graphic novel based cutscenes, and you see the visual of the guy holding the heart, and we just laughed.
And that's how you knew you were a Doom player to be.
Yep. At the time, I didn't even play Doom. But it was funny. I mean, like you had like these vehicles, and they had like a whole bunch of artists, like actual real life artists, and some made up ones on the game, like Dead Mouse. That game actually introduced me and my cousin to Dead Mouse, and what it did was like, I just took some samples of its popular songs and mixed it all together on this radio. And it was cool. It was cool. You like ran around, you went to drug dealers and you bought like drugs so you can kill them and get your money back. And then you run back to your apartment and you just stash it back in there. You could sell it. It was a fun game to play.
I remember as a
Yeah.
kid, I used to love GTA like way more because there's like so much to do in those games, right?
Oh yeah.
Including like wacky hijinks. But these days, gamers, I find it hard to pick up anything that's not at least mostly linear.
Yeah.
Even Skyrim, I think you can find like a lot of linear paths in, so like you don't really get lost too much.
Sure.
But the open world trend really knocked me out of gaming for a while.
hmm
I don't know if you guys can relate to that at all, but
It can be done
just-
like really poorly for sure.
like just too much, kind of like Witcher 3. Like I picked that up, put it right down.
Yeah.
Like it was
The
just,
moment
like,
I
too
get
much
too
for me.
much choice, I'm like, fuck, what the hell do you want me to do? I can go anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere. I'll just stay here. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Speaking in the vein of Grand Theft Auto, I have a game that's coming out that really fits that theme. Let me check my notes here. Steven Universe Unleash the Light is coming out on the 19th. I'm surprised that series is getting another game because the show ended like last year. But I'm sure Cartoon Network or whatever is probably just playing reruns of that show forever. But who knows? Maybe this will be like the last one again. And then a little bit sexier than Steven Universe. We have something I think we may have talked about last week, but Fantasy Tavern Sextet Volume 2 came out today, baby. And did we say that game looked good? I can't remember.
We said that game looked. Period.
Yo, that game, you should buy it if you're listening to this podcast right now.
That's not. We don't endorse things in that.
I
sense.
endorse that.
You can endorse it as an individual. We, as a group of individuals, don't endorse anything.
Yeah, I don't like it.
The Releasists Corporation supports.
No.
We also got Persona Strikers coming out. I don't think that's today. I think it's in a couple days. Which is the Warriors style Persona, which I've heard a lot of good things about. Apparently, it doesn't play too much like a Warriors game, which is kind of shocking. From what I've heard, because I haven't seen the footage for it. From what I'm hearing, apparently it plays like they changed the genre of, I guess, the game to more like a less like turn-based and more like action RPG.
Oh.
So I really don't know what to expect, but I might pick it up on Switch. Who knows?
Yeah, that sounds alright.
Yeah, but that comes out this week.
Cool.
Do you guys have anything that's like busting at the seams to get talked about before we jump into direct news?
I got nothing crazy. I got a lot of things to rattle through, but we can save those. There is something that I'm dying to talk about. It's not really like, okay, that's not true. It could be big. But like it's been advertised to me a whole lot. And I think it's because I've been watching shows on the official like CW site lately. And I've been getting a lot of ads on said site for Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry, which is a documentary about Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Yes, that individual.
That individual.
Yes, and it is
That
about
that
her.
would be interesting.
Yes, it's just like about her life, and that's like genuinely not uninteresting. Um, but like,
No, 'cause she's like a child star, but like I think she was a teenager when she got that stardom, like maybe
yeah,
16.
yeah. Um, it's just anything that the CW advertises to me gets stuck in my
I
head because they
watch.
show like the same three fucking ads every single fucking time I click on something. It's like I see it 6 times when I watch an episode, and it's like I can't not talk about it now. And then I was looking at the list, and it's releasing this week in 7 days. I was like, okay, well, people might care about that, but you know,
Dude, they're foreshadowing a show coming out starring Billie Eilish as insert whatever female superhero, and I would watch the hell out of
I mean, yeah,
that.
why
Yeah.
not?
That's actually something I didn't know was coming out, and I you know what, I'll probably end up watching it. I
Yeah,
love documentaries, dude. I hated them when I was a kid. Documentaries are like the bombest.
they're at least interesting.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Bucky, you got anything non-Nintendo before we get into Nintendo?
Oh shit, no, I don't.
Oh,
That's,
okay,
that's
okay.
actually all the news that I had. I was thinking we were going to be talking a lot about the direct, though.
Oh, we definitely are.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
go.
All right. So I kind of capped off direct stuff by talking about Mithra and Pyra, um, and how like hype I was. We don't have to keep talking about that. You guys seem to like. You guys were kind of like neutral about the character, I guess.
Indeed.
Anime sword fighter. Some people are pissed. That's pretty much the news. On that front, did you guys have anything from the direct that like made you had to change your pants? You know, like you just lost your mind. It was so good.
Mm,
Hmm.
Mario Golf looks cool.
Dude, that game looks surprising.
Yeah.
I was
It looks interesting. I mean, you can run around and beat the shit out of everybody with the golf club. It reminds me of The Last of Us Part 2, but I mean, like, I think that's pretty much all that's really going for it there.
the trailer was so chill and like, hi and welcome to Mario Golf.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But
It was so
then-
chill, and then all you see is Mario and Bowser just like scurrying all around like the field. And then, like
Yeah,
Mario,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
using
yeah.
like the star. Yoshi's he just shits out an egg and he just starts rolling.
I
I-
think it's more of a party game than I was expecting.
Yeah, it seems more like a party game in a way.
I can't get over the fact that you just compared it to The Last of Us Part 2. What the fuck?
Why not? Why not? Hey, it's a really good golf simulator.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm making that Reddit joke.
Ah, jeez.
I don't know, like any Mario game, I'm always checking out Princess Peach. It happens
God.
in Mario Kart with the leather suit. It
Jesus
awakens things
Christ.
in me, and now it's the short golf shorts. I don't know what you want me to say.
You should look at a different princess or something better than that.
Well, dude, Daisy is like Z tier.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
GTFO.
I'm talking about a real girl.
Mm-hmm.
like Pinocchio.
That's no.
Anyway, game actually doesn't look bad. I heard Mario Tennis was kind of disappointing. I was also surprised this makes like the second sports game that we're getting for Mario on the Switch. I don't know if it's more surprising that we got 2 so far or that we
3.
haven't gotten more.
3.
3.
Mario Sonic and the Olympic Games.
I don't know if I count it.
It does. It counts.
All right, well, okay.
Well, I don't like it, so I won't count it.
Actually 4 because Mario Kart. Go
Sure.
karting is a sport.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I'm fine with it.
And actually 5 because Odyssey
Yeah,
traveling.
platforming.
It's a parkour game.
Yeah, exactly.
Exploring. That's a sport.
I don't know what other sports games they'd throw on. I think Jake, you were saying you're
Strikers.
surprised it wasn't Strikers.
I want
Yeah.
strikers.
Yeah.
because
Strikers
of
would
the
be sick.
appeal of soccer.
Yeah.
I've only
That'd
had
be
like
so
2
cool.
strikers so far. Jesus, just bring it back.
I've never played Strikers.
Oh, you should.
You're insane. Strikers is
Not
so
only-
good.
Not only have
I
I,
hate
not
soccer.
played Strikers, I've never seen gameplay from Strikers. I don't even
Oh
know
my
what the game
God.
looks like.
Okay,
The only
imagine
thing I know is the cover art.
Okay, imagine an anime about soccer, but all of the characters are from the Mario universe, and that's what Strikers is.
Or
Like, no joke.
You don't really have to compare to anime. Just say that they really want to kill each other instead of Mad Max.
Yeah, it's like it's metal as fuck. It's metal as fuck. Like, yeah, yeah, exactly.
You got Bowser with like knives, and everyone just looks all like menacing and everything. You got Waluigi, he like humps the air while pointing to his crotch.
True.
I'm sold. Waluigi.
Okay, just play it then. Go play it.
If I can find it, I don't know if you guys can see, but like I have like a collection of games over here. Let's see if I can zoom in on it.
Vroom.
Hold on,
They're
let's go.
GameCube games that I'm looking at, and Wii. Nice.
Yeah. So I got like some Zeldos,
Yeah, it's Luigi's
some
Mansion right there.
Marios. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
you're
looking for
right.
that one.
I got Luigi Mansion.
Because I recognize that.
I got Galaxy, Paper Mario, Brawl there. And then when it comes to GameCube, I have Thousand Year Door, Twilight
Yes!
Princess, Wind Waker, Luigi Mansion, and the Zelda collection. And I would like to get
Thousand Year
that.
Door.
Oh yeah. That game was expensive. Holy fuck.
I
Was it
bet.
expensive?
That game is like $100 to $110 game, but I got it.
Wait, did you buy it recently?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Look at that.
It's like a very collectible game.
Oh, it is.
True.
I remember when I was a kid, like my dad, he randomly came home from like work, and like he just went up to me and he just showed me the game, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Because
Do you still have
Mario looked really weird. He was like, "Why does Mario look like this?"
You still have it?
Yeah, I still have it right now.
Oh, damn, that game
No.
has only gone up. Stonks.
Really has it? Wow.
Yeah, like a $60 game when he bought it, 110 game now.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's not even much. It's not even worth it.
That's almost 200. That's almost 100%.
Yeah, but still, that's not
And
worth it.
inflation.
It's priceless.
It's priceless.
Yeah,
should
like I
be
mean, I was
abysmally
able to
dumb.
take the CD and rip off its ROM so I can emulate it on my laptop so I can play a modded version of it. Book of Mario.
Pog. You can actually legally emulate it, like Nintendo always gets upset about.
Well, yeah, because I own the game,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, I took the ROM and I emulated it from my copy.
Did we get any other Mario stuff this direct besides like a shout out to Bowser's Fury?
No.
You know what? Actually, when I was seeing that Bowser's Fury shout out, I was really, really hoping that they would actually announce like another Mario title.
Me
It felt
too.
they were like they were building up to
Yeah.
that.
But everybody said that. Even I felt that way. I was like, wait, this is a Mario game coming up? Just to wrap the Mario Golf thing that's coming out June 25th. But after the Bowser's Fury shout out, they cut to this new game, which I'm fucking hyped for because in the last 3 days, I've gotten 10 hours into Octopath Traveler. So I've been playing that game a lot. I didn't realize how good it was. I'm so glad I got it for cheap. So it's like totally worth the money.
Oh yeah.
But the same company is now doing a new game that some people are saying is a sequel, but I don't know if it's actually a sequel. Or it's definitely in the same style as Octopath, but it's like a Final Fantasy Tactics style game with the aesthetic of Octopath, but it's an isometric camera angle.
Yeah.
So you're like kind of looking down on an angle on your characters, and it looks so good. And the title for it is trash, but it's a working title. They're calling it Triangle Strategy. I'm worried because Octopath was also a working title, but that one was kind of stickier, so they kept it.
Yeah. Okay. The working title for Octopath Traveler was Project Octopath Traveler, so they changed it technically. So they're gonna change it at least minimum, but hopefully they don't go with whatever the fuck you said because I already forgot it.
Triangle Strategy.
Yeah, but it's Project Triangle Strategy actually. But your point stands.
It's so bad, and like we
But the game
mentioned
looks
earlier,
pretty.
the game looks amazing. But imagine going into a Nintendo Direct with such a bad working title when that's like free advertising. Like the fact they couldn't come up with a decisive title by then. I don't know, feels like a missed opportunity for like a really good shout out.
I think it might actually help with word of mouth because people will be talking about them.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's fuck. I don't know, man. I just want the game to do well. I'm gonna buy it. I might even buy it full price. It looks
Ooh,
really, really cool. Oh, I'm excited for it.
that's
Hella excited.
unheard of.
Yeah, I buy all my games used, but I know.
Weird.
Boy, I
I'm
even bought
mind blown.
Octopath.
Yeah. Octopath is great. I played I think I played literally like 90% of the characters' story intros and that's it. I didn't get past that. But good game. Full shelf.
I literally just got all the intros, so
Hmm.
this is the deciding factor on whether or not I keep going.
Yep.
Okay, so we got that right after the Bowser's Fury stuff. Bucky, what else stood out for you for the direct?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's just only Breath of the Wild that was really enticing for me in the direct. Everything else, it didn't really catch my attention as much. I mean,
You
like,
mean Skyward Sword?
well, Skyward Sword did, but like everything else after that, around that, it just didn't really catch my attention as much.
Yeah.
It is interesting to see how they're still adding more stuff to Calamity Ganon.
Oh, the DLC for
Yes,
Calamity.
Age of Calamity.
Yeah. That was really weird.
Yeah, that's interesting because I thought they only made that game just to tell the story 100 years before Breath of the Wild and just, like move on from that. But from the looks of it, it seems as if they're still supporting it. I don't know if they're adding more like cutscenes and stuff, but from the looks of it, what I saw is they're adding more playable characters. I
Yeah.
only got to
Yeah,
see a glance of it anyways, so
yeah, that was the weird thing about it is that
yeah.
it was like so fast off the screen.
Yep.
Like it
They
was there
showed a
for like
cutscene and that was that.
yeah, but then they listed like stuff that would be coming out with this DLC expansion pass,
Yeah.
and it was like on the screen for 2 seconds and it was gone.
Yeah.
So like nobody had a chance to read it. It was so weird. But you're right. I read it over after the fact, and it's like pretty much all about extra side quests and playable characters.
Yeah, so
Which
I mean, like it's literally interesting to see how they're doing that. Um, it's also a
I
funny
think they're
thing how they're
actually
always
upgrading.
adding DLC to Zelda games, but they won't add DLC to Super Mario Odyssey. Like, are you kidding me?
True.
I think they have a new Mario in the works.
Yeah, but
I
still, I mean,
guess.
Super Mario Odyssey did so well. Like in 2017, that was a Game of the Year contender up against
I
like
guess.
Breath of the Wild.
But
Yeah.
then I don't know. You could say like, why didn't they give more DLC to like Mario Kart Deluxe
Well,
Edition?
well, that was just a port, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. That
It did
game
get more stuff.
it
It
already
got
had
free updates.
DLC. It got more stuff after it came out. Like, yeah, that game
Yeah,
is
that's right. It
supported.
already had DLC.
Yeah.
Mhm. But
Um
the Zelda thing is like the weird thing is the expansion didn't list any more story,
Yeah.
which I think I'm guessing the team was told not to add anything for the sake of like not.
Screwing up the story.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking to say.
Well, that's the thing. Like it's still weird to even see it because I just view the game as a means just to tell the story that happened before Breath of the Wild. So it's still a little surreal to even see more content.
Hmm.
But
that's the
I
thing,
heard when the
right?
game came out. I heard when it came out that it ran poorly on the Switch, didn't it?
I'm pretty sure it still does.
Yeah, I played it handheld on my the demo, which is amazing how long it is. By the way, it dipped down to like 15 FPS.
Ooh.
Oof.
Yeah,
But yeah, like that game isn't exactly made by Nintendo. It's made by the guys that made Dynasty Warriors. So they have interest in adding more content to it and making more money off of it. And Nintendo's like, sure, but don't fuck up our story. Probably is how that went because obviously they're involved, but it's not like a first party title, even though it's Zelda IP.
right.
Yeah, the story is connected, but Nintendo didn't make that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But it just makes it feel weird to like buy an expansion. And honestly, I wouldn't have bought the Breath of the Wild DLC pass if I would have known how like bare bones that was too. I don't buy a lot of stuff pre-order, but I definitely think I got burned on that.
I think the second one's way better, but I didn't play it because I didn't care.
Yeah, weird how that happens. 'Cause I felt
Yeah.
the same. It was a lot of grinding and like a couple cutscenes, which
Got a
I
cool
I just don't
motorcycle.
think is enough. Which you only get to use after you have everything in the game beat.
Yes.
You don't. There's no way to unlock it during the main plot of the game, so it's like, what's the point? I think I won't go too much into it because it's not news, but like Breath of the Wild for me has a lot of good things about it, but there's a lot of nothing in that game. I think the sequel needs to step it up.
Well, it seems very promising that they're definitely going to step it up because with the creator of Zelda, when he stepped in and said that there's no news about it, it's still in development. It feels as if they're actually taking their time and they're adding a lot of stuff to this.
Yeah, I think like my biggest gripes with it were like there weren't dungeons really, like let's be real, in Breath of the Wild. And the monsters were all samey. Like most of them were color variations of the same model.
Yes.
So if we can literally fix those two things, and then even as a third bonus thing, like give us better side quests because all the other ones were like pretty much fetch quests for the most part.
And better
Um,
main story.
yeah.
The only
If you
thing that
can
game
fix,
has is good exploration, honestly. Like, phenomenal exploration, but that's the only reason to play it.
yeah. So there's stuff to work on for that. Breath of the Wild feels like half of a game. Like all the bare bones were there, and it felt like you needed to actually put stuff in it now, and they released it instead. Because that game
Speaking
was
of half
already.
of a game, Splatoon 3 was announced.
yeah.
Hey,
Francis gone.
you guys think
God.
Splatoon is the new Call of Duty?
Hey,
Or we just gonna
speaking of
the same
Splatoon, I sent a picture of it in the DMs, the
Ooh,
group chat.
I wish I
please
could
don't
look at
let
it.
this be Rule 34. Please don't let this be Rule.
Why would I even do that?
They're children, Grayson. Why would you insinuate such a thing?
Yeah.
I know. That's why I said please don't let that be that.
Well, no, it's just a
Jeez.
picture of Splatoon 3.
It's gross.
Splatoon 3 2022, I personally could not give a fucking single fuck. Jesus,
Yeah.
Splatoon's not for me.
I don't know. It's kind of insane too, because if you actually compare the development cycles, you had what was it? I think the Mario Kart games. There's been two Mario Kart games that came out within the same time span of Splatoon, and 3 Splatoon games came out. Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and now Splatoon 3.
Okay, so
Splatoon's
one
really
Mario
weird.
Kart game.
Yep,
Huge.
basically.
Splatoon's weird because it's huge in Japan. Like they love it there. North America, I don't not as much, but like the fan base that is in it is like super diehard.
Yeah.
So there's like actually an audience there. The issue is that Splatoon 2 didn't really get any support. Pretty well known that game was like riddled with hackers that was just left for like months and months and months, and I'm pretty sure it's still that way.
Mm-hmm. I imagine.
So really weird that they would announce a third, and that they're pretty much just gonna move support to the next one at full price. Like, I don't know, man. Sounds pretty shitty.
But you get more weapons and more customization, and that's
Oh my
actually
God.
probably it, though.
Dude,
okay. At least with COD, well, let's just compare it to like I know it's a weird shooter to compare it to, but like at least COD has 3 different companies working on it. So every 3 years you get like, or every year, sorry, you get like a different version of COD, and it's still a shooter, but it's like this company's version of COD. So that way, in practice, you only get a sequel to, let's say, Black Ops every like 2 or 3 years.
Mm.
But this really just feels like, from what we saw anyway, is stuff that could have been like added as DLC or expansion, or it just didn't have to be a new game. Like hell, why isn't Splatoon just like free?
True, I agree, but the Splatoon 2 released in 2017. Reminder, it's not that recent.
So you know what? Funny enough, like recently, people were able to take a look at the line of code in Splatoon 1, and they managed to find out a line of code that shows Splatoon 2 checking to see if it can run on Windows 95.
Yeah, I think we talked about that on a previous episode.
I know.
We didn't?
Oh, we
I
did.
would remember that.
Okay. So Nintendo's digital what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Or like online play servers
Yeah,
are
they're
really
replacing
old.
it now.
Yeah, that's that news is they're replacing their online servers, which
Good.
we should see like boosts and stuff because it's really old.
It's
That's why that
funny.
line
Yeah.
of code exists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Mario
Yeah.
Maker will run not like Garbo Town online.
And Smash.
And Smash. Jesus, man. Oh, that offends me.
Honestly, I know it sounds bad on paper, but I'm pretty sure like Microsoft and Sony aren't like that much better off. I'm guessing, I don't know what it's like. Maybe that info is public, maybe it's not. But these companies do tend to use like older technology for as long as they can, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I
Because
can see that.
you wouldn't like be making a lot of money if you fucking decked out your company with PCs like
Buckios.
or like yours, Jake.
Anyway, I think that's everything for the direct. And I don't know about. Do you guys have anything? I guess before I move on to like rapid fire things.
For the direct,
Just in general.
let me just look at my notes here. Just some like rapid fire stuff from the direct. I was really excited to see. Let's see here. Legend of Mana. It was like a RPG. Kind of looked a little gold and sunny. I think it's like a
Yeah.
remaster. Yeah, that game looked like super cool. Samurai Warriors 5. We're gonna see if people are gonna buy a Warriors game after Age of Calamity. Let's see here. We got PvZ, Garden Warfare, Capcom Arcade Stadium coming to Switch. This
Was
is just me like fire.
Was Cataclysm a thing that they showed at the direct? Was that the same game that I'm thinking of?
I'm not sure.
Because there was a game during the direct that was like a first person action card game that looked incredible. And I was looking through the list and I saw Cataclysm, and I'm not sure if they're the same thing, but they're both like card games that are procedurally generated with like action elements.
Are you
So,
talking about
that sounds cool.
Neon White?
Yes, that's what it's called.
Yeah. That looked super cool. I don't even know what you'd call that game. It's like it almost looked like roguelike-ish, but then it wasn't as much as killing the enemies that looked like the gameplay focus. It looked more like a parkour game with like targets that you had to hit, disguised as if they were like enemies.
Something like that.
Yeah, but that game looks really fun, like really fast paced, like speedrunny.
Yeah, man. And I'll take more fucking card games. Give me that shit.
Hell yeah. We got Animal Crossing Mario update for Animal Crossing with like Mario items. Pretty cool. It's good to see them supporting that game with all this free stuff. Because they've updated the game so much now that this stuff could be DLC if they wanted to, let's be real. But instead, it's free, which is cool. Hades Physical Edition is coming out, which is awesome. I thought it would have been a limited run thing, but it's going to be like a full-on like actual release. So I will be picking up Hades. World Ends Club is just like a younger Danganronpa, if you guys are familiar with that game series. It's like a T for teen version of Danganronpa. Looks really cute, has like a Pokemon-ish art style. We got Star Wars Hunters. We don't know what it is. I don't think it's like a mobile game, but the trailer.
I think that's going to be so much of the mobile game.
Yeah, it looks like it's made by people that make mobile games.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be like a weird hero shootery mobile game type thing. I don't know. We'll see.
We had Fall Guys coming out in summer for Switch.
True.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I'm gonna get that. Outer Wilds, which looks like a ship game that I never heard of. Or no, I heard of it, but like I never seen gameplay for it.
It's
So
it's a space game that has an incredible story, is what I've heard about it.
yeah, it makes me want to buy like a flight stick, honestly. Those games feel like I could just like play it for hours. But then again, where am I supposed to fit in having a life with all this stuff? Let's be real. Like too many games to play. I think last thing I have to just bring up in this like spit off is there was this game called what was it called? Like Famicom Detective.
Yes.
And apparently these were games that were released in Japan only, but they're getting remade slash like remastered.
Did it come out right now?
Is it out already? I don't
I
think
think
so.
so, because I remember someone posting a video about it, and they were laughing at it because it's running on the Resident Evil engine.
Oh fuck, that'd be cool.
It's actually
Weird.
running on the Resident Evil engine.
If you want to check, I don't think it's out yet, but like that'd be dope.
Well,
I thought it was
one of
funny
them
because
is.
I thought it was funny because we're getting two versions. So we're getting the missing heir and the girl who stands behind. And it's funny because they were red and blue, which kind of gave me old Pokemon vibes.
Yeah.
I made that joke yesterday when we were all watching it. I was like, "Oh, it's Famicom Red and Blue. Which one has Charizard?"
I don't know.
So I thought that was pretty damn funny. Yeah, I think that's everything for the most part. Like maybe there's a couple things here, but
You didn't
we-
mention Bravely Default, which is a big deal release, actually. I believe it comes out in 7 days on the Switch.
oh yeah, you're right. The final trailer got dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another
Uh,
Squeenix game. It's Chibi Octopath.
Yeah, it was
Also
very
not a-
cute.
Hmm.
Indeed.
I also got Miitopia, the best game.
Dude, okay. About Miitopia. Did you guys know that the Breath of the Wild, that the characters in Breath of the Wild, except for obviously like your main characters like Zelda and Link, are Miis that are like they're made in the same thing that you make Miis in? It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, someone theorized about that, and they were right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the system, and then like connected it to like an HD version.
Yeah.
So all the characters in Breath of the Wild are actually Miis, which is
Yeah.
nutty.
And like if you mod the game enough, you can like upload Miis to Breath of the Wild and just have them walk around as like NPCs. It's crazy.
Now imagine connecting that to like a street pass on the 3DS, and like buddies you'd like pass and like people you'd pass on the street would all like be Miis in your Breath of the Wild game, and they'd
Yeah.
just be like, "All right,
That'd be
oh
cool.
shit!" Like Jake gives me a quest,
Yes. It'd
go
be
collect some bear ass.
no, my quest would be to, kill Ganon faster or else. I don't know.
Or else I become Ganon and kill you.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
We talked about Tom and Jerry in like the first episode that comes out in 7 days. Next Friday.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
still
the
looks
one
bad?
with the scene of Jerry bending over with his bare butt showing. I don't know why they drew that.
Yeah, that's
It's
weird,
just so
man.
goddamn-
It's
Yeah.
weird.
See the minion with the thong? It's the same thing.
Yeah. Like a friend of mine, he sent me that, and I'm just like, why the fuck did you even send that to me? And he's like, to hurt you.
Sorry.
Just to
You
offend
hurt
you.
me.
Oh, man. Pretty good.
Little Nightmares 2 comes out in 7 days on all platforms. I think, unless it's 7 days, right? That's not out yet. I've seen people play the first one, I think, recently, which is why I'm thrown off. Superman and Lois airs in 4 days. First episode, very exciting.
That that a try. Yeah, that game has some or not game, that show has some promise.
It could be good, it could be not. We'll see. You never know with the CW.
WandaVision
Thomas.
tomorrow.
True, that show's great. We'll talk about WandaVision, I think, in its entirety after it airs. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. The final episode released.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll on Switch, a game called Thomas Was Alone is coming out tomorrow, which if you haven't played, I recommend. It's a cute little game of squares and shapes. Really like simple platformer that's like got an actually beautiful story for just being about squares. It's phenomenal. But yeah, I think that's and The Walking Dead season 10, part 3. I think it's the very last like actual Walking Dead like original shit that's ever gonna release. Comes out in 9 days. If anyone cares, I sure don't.
Yeah, no, I don't. Walking Dead is like 10 years ago.
Indeed, quite literally.
Not even joking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it started a decade ago, so that can go, you know.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Yeah. Is that all our releases and news for this week?
Indubitably, I think it is so.
Oh no, guys, we forgot the most important releases of all. Ours. Bucky, what kind of releases do you got coming out in the next week?
I got a fart coming.
Anything more pleasant?
Recently there's what was it? It was Horde Mode 2 for the Doom Eternal. It was a mod about that. Trials of the Dark Lord. It's really tough, and I'm making a video about that.
Look forward to it.
I like how there's always new Doom stuff coming out, so you always have something Doom related.
Yes, sir.
Very cool.
Jakey Synchrochan.
Yo, my content is getting better, TM. I just fixed a massive error with my PC, so I'm going to be streaming longer. And directly after this, I'm playing Dark Souls with my little brother. We're going to do that every Thursday. And I'm starting to work on a game show, which I'm planning to do on the weekends. Think Price is Right, but wacky, zany products you'd find on the internet that nobody would ever really want. Yeah, that's me.
Yo, that is interesting. I did not know you had this planned, so I'm gonna watch that.
You're invited. You're both invited to be on it, you fuckers.
Let me check. My schedule's a little busy. I don't know if I can actually. I would love to go on. For me personally, I'm just reworking a streaming schedule. I was thinking about streaming Thursday, Fridays, but remembering that we do the podcast Thursdays, I might switch Thursday for something else. Just because, like, I do voiceover for my job, so like I get pretty tired speaking. But Friday, pretty good. So yeah, just like reevaluating stuff like that. But until I start putting stuff out again, you can find me on GraysonEJames everywhere: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. Yeah. And you can listen to the podcast on Google and iTunes and Spotify. So you should probably subscribe at all those places because the podcast goes up the day after we stream it.
Yeah. Except for last week, but we don't talk about that.
Listen, guys, he doesn't know all the times that I was late uploading the audio version. He doesn't know.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, why did the walrus lick the envelope?
Why?
What?
I kind of stuttered when I said that. Why did the
Let's go.
walrus lick the envelope?
Why is that?
Whoa.
Because it was looking for a good seal.
Aren't we all looking for a good seal?
It's a good joke.
I'm looking
It
for a
was-
good seal out of this podcast. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.